here, and of course, some badass cars as always. And you looking forward to 2022?
Yeah, we've made a bunch of changes as we always do. I mean, we were not one to leave anything stagnant. I mean, we always feel that if you're not redoing things and making advancement in your program, even if you're out front, you're going to get passed up. So we have the car down at Jeff and Patrick Miller's right now, and they are finally taking the stock frame out of the car, and they are moving the motor back in the car so we can get better weight bias front to rear on it. When we would run no prep stuff, we would have 200 to 300 pounds in the rear of the car to get the proper weight bias that we wanted. This year, with moving the motor back, cutting the factory frame out and all that, and putting a strut on it, we shouldn't have to add any weight anymore, which is a huge advantage when you're not running heavy over your minimum weight. So we made that change, and then, mid-year last year, we made the switch from twin turbos to a screw. We originally had a Whipple screw on it, but in the effort to get weight down, we switched to the PSI screw because it was 40 pounds lighter. Then we went from the Minor Brothers Hemi to a Brad Hemi, because that was another 70 pounds we took out of the car by switching. So, we've made a bunch of changes, but we look to come out. We expect to be out a week prior to the U.S. Street Nationals in Bradenton, and we're coming out swinging. I mean, I think we had a good enough handle on it at the end of 2021 that 2022 we should come out swinging and be right at the front, hopefully.
Remember, you broke some records down in Florida down there, right?
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, we've did a ton of different things record-wise. Back years ago, I mean, we had the heavy street world record forever. Finally, they just did away with the class where we had it at 3,500 pounds. And then, we was the quickest and fastest on a 275 tire and a quarter mile, which we went 6 flat at 250 on a 275. But this past year, Manny broke it finally. He went in the 5s with his Pro Charged Mustang. But, we'll be back. We'll be back running quarter mile again at the Haltech World Cup up in Maryland again in November of 2022, and just go from there. I mean, we're extremely versatile with our car. I mean, one weekend we'll be on a big tire, next weekend we may be on a slick small tire, and then a radial. We run everything with our car.
Do you do a lot of changes when you switch from big to small tire, or you got a pretty easy setup?
The big to small tire isn't really that bad on our car. We've got it to where it's really not bad at all on our car to switch from a big slick to a small slick. It's not a ton of changes. When we go to the radial, then we have to change shocks, 4 links. Pretty much everything on the car gets changed with the radial.
Okay.
But we run a 7-speed Liberty in it. When we leave on a big tire, we leave in low gear. When we run on a small tire, we leave in 3rd gear. So it's pretty versatile in what we do and how we do it.
I've seen a lot of people going versus turbos going towards using screws, for example, and especially no prep, just trying to get out there in the back end. How do you?
Well, and we did it for 2 reasons. One, a weight break. You get the weight break of having a screw, which makes pretty much as a twin turbo car does. Then you have basically the way that the no prep tracks work. They get really good early in the run. So, the first couple 100 feet, 300 feet, they're actually good. Out the back, they're not as good. Which that is just the opposite of the way that a turbo car wants to run. A turbo car is soft down low, and then they want to pour all the coals out the back. Where screw blower, Pro Charger, any of them, we run really hard to 60 foot. On a big tire, we can go 960, 970, 60 foot pretty easy with a screw. And, with a turbo, you're going 1 flat, 102, 105. They're just lazy down low. So, in the no prep world, the power adders of screws and Pro Chargers actually have an advantage, in my opinion.
Awesome, I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Anytime. Have a
Good
great
luck
one.
out there.
Thank